Hello, magnificent human beings. Welcome to this class where we are seeking to get a lot more out of our downward facing dog. We do down dog all the time in yoga, and oftentimes we can kind of grow complacent or it just feels boring. So hopefully this class is going to open up a lot of realm of possibility for your downward facing dog and what you can do to just get more out of it, to feel it more, to enjoy this pose more through your yoga practice. So after this class, hopefully it'll kind of totally think about and really transform what downward dog kind of means for you in your overall yoga practice and really just how to make you get more out of your practice altogether. Find yourself seated on the mat. We're going to begin gently by closing our eyes and taking a few calming breaths. So inhale in through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Big inhale in. Exhale out the mouth. Big inhale. Soft sigh, relax. Good. Find yourself some calm, steady, easy breaths. Allowing an intention to surface for our short practice today. Something joyful, something playful, something fun, something simple, that mental totem to hold on to our intention for our short class today. And when you have your intention, sealing it with 3 big cleansing breaths, we'll inhale in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. Inhale, inhale. Inhale a little more. And sigh, let it go. Good. Opening up your eyes in your seated position here. Hands on your knees, some gentle cat-cows to kind of help wake up our shoulders, our spine. So inhale, roll your shoulders back, puffing your chest out, look up, good. And then exhale, cat, rounding your spine, good. Go ahead and inhale, puffing your chest out, looking upward. Exhale, round, looking back, good. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding, looking down. Good. Couple more. Good work. And coming back to neutral. Shake out your arms, move things around. Swing your legs on out to the side here for a brief staff pose. Bob your knees, move your ankles, put a little bend in your knees. Inhale, lengthen upward through your spine. Exhale, hinge, coming on down. Good. Your forward fold. Just a few breaths here. And release. Good. Pop your legs out, move around, take that left heel, bring it on in for a forehead to knee. Big toe in line with your midline here, squaring your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen upward, and then exhale, hinge, fold, coming on down. Good. Our forehead to knee pose, Janushirshasana. And release, come back, next side. So we're just kind of warming things up here, getting things nice and loose. Going to be flowing through very slow kind of vinyasa, down dog, lunges stuff to get lots of practice in our down dog here. Big toe in line with your midline. Inhale, lengthen upward, and then exhale, hinge, fold, coming on down. Good. Deep breath. Couple more. Inhales create space. Exhales help you hinge. Good. And coming back. Good. Just go ahead and bring both feet together here into a butterfly pose. Butterfly, bound angle. Fingertips, tops of your feet, thumbs underneath. Roll your shoulders back. Lengthen. Breathe. Creating space through your hips. Good. Eye gaze is up. Maybe you hinge forward a little bit. And you can soften, bring those knees together, bring your legs on out, bob things out, move around. Good work. We're going to swing our legs on around, coming into a tabletop. Here in your tabletop, just wag things out, move around, getting loose. Good. So here in your tabletop, just allow yourself to play, kind of like you allow yourself to kind of play and move around in your down dog. But here in tabletop, maybe just kind of drawing circles there with your body, your spine. Maybe you do some jump ropes. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Just move around, getting loose. Maybe you shift your weight forward, you shift your weight back. Good. All right, from here, our first downward dog of the class. So spread those fingertips wide, tuck those toes, lift your glutes on up. Good. Down dog. All right, so here in down dog, I would like for you to move around a lot. Twist, play, shake things out. Maybe you shake one of your legs out, shake the other one out. You're alternating your heels. You're feeling a stretch there, maybe through your side as you do this. Good. And then kind of snaking up and down. Maybe you kind of come into a little bit of a plank pose, but not very far. You come back into down dog. So good. Doesn't have to look graceful. It can look as weird and as awkward as you like. Let's take that left foot. We will do a three-legged down dog. We'll bring that foot through, base of a lunge, slow, steady inhale, bringing that, those arms on up overhead. Good. Holding here in your lunge. A few breaths. Breathe. Good. Staying with your lunge. You've got it. Hands, come on down. Good. And then a very tiny standing splits. Lift that back leg and you can set it on down for forward fold. Good. Big bend in your knees. Relax. Shake things out. Good. Inhale into a half lift. Lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Forward fold. And then your chin is the last to rise. Slow, steady, coming on up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes, exhale, back bend, sigh, let it go. Inhale, hands up, and then exhale, arms by your sides, shake things out. Good, wonderful. Hands, heart center, we inhale them up. Let's do it again, gentle back bend, sigh. Inhale, hands up, and then exhale, hinge, fold, coming all the way down. Your forward fold, nice bend in your knees. Feels good in your back. And then hands on the mat, come back into downward facing dog once more. And again, in your down dog, pedal things out, move around, and maybe you shallow it up a little bit and you kind of just play around. Maybe you take a little bit of a wider down dog so you can really stretch through your calves there. No right or wrong way, whatever you like. A little bit of the twist as you look underneath each one of those arms.
Find yourself in more of a normal down dog stance, and then we'll take that right foot, brief three-legged, bring it through, base of a lunge. We'll bring those hands on up overhead for your lunge. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Good. So holding here in your lunge, breathe, stay with it. Explaining more a little bit about down dog. In the first part of class, I kind of like just to play and get loose and move around in down dog. And then as class continues on, I like to take kind of a different approach, maybe more of a strict alignment approach, or, maybe an approach where we can loosen up our hamstrings specifically, or whatever it is. So just thinking about that as you get in touch more with your down dog, allow the first half of class to be just playing and getting warmed up and loosening up, and then allow the latter half of the class to be a little bit more about, actually deepening in the pose. Okay, go ahead and bring those hands on down to the mat. Good. Very tiny standing splits. Lift that back left leg. Set it down. Good work. Your forward fold. Just hang, relax. Fingertips to shins. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Good. Chin is last to rise. Hands will come up to your heart center prayer position. Exhale, roll your shoulders back. Good. You inhale, hands up, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, back bend sigh. Inhale, hands up, lengthen. And then hands by your sides once more. Good. Shake things out. Move around. Good work. Okay, we're going to do one more back bend. Hands, heart center. Inhale them up. Exhale, sigh, let it go. Inhale, hands up. And then exhale, hinge, fold. Coming all the way down, forward fold. Good work. All right, hands on the mat. Come on back into your downward facing dog. Good work. And then come up high on the balls of your feet here. So you're lifting your heels off. Go ahead and put a bend in your knees, and then lift your tailbone up toward the sky. That's what we're really focusing on, is finding that length through our spine. So tailbone lifts, finding a little length through your spine. Good. Weight comes forward into a plank. Go ahead and lower onto your knees. Bring your heels to your glutes. Excellent. Little baby chaturanga if you wish. So first step is to roll your shoulders back. You lower outward, and then you press back up. Good. And you can release your legs, coming slowly into an upward facing dog. Good work. And then back into your down dog once more. Good work. Okay. High on the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Lift your tailbone. Lift your tailbone, really stretching through that spine. Stretch through your spine. Lift that tailbone up. Right leg, brief three-legged. Bring that right leg through. Place it in between your hands. Stay right here. Ground down that back left heel. And real slow, with control, coming on up into a warrior two. How's your breathing? Stay with it. Doing your checks, heels, more or less in one line. Good. You don't want this knee doing anything wonky. It should be stacked relatively on top of that ankle there. Arms extend on out, and we breathe. Deep, steady breath. Good. Straighten that front knee. Good. Moving into triangle. So first thing is to reach that right arm forward. Reach forward. Reach. Good. Take this right hand. Bring it down. Not setting it on your knee here. Keeping kind of an active triangle, right? So really lengthen and stretch through that left side. Hold. Breathe. And then real slow, come back. Bend that front knee back into warrior two. Good. From here, getting fancy, maybe cartwheel, spin your arms all the way down to the mat. Awesome. Come back into down dog. Good. Once you get into down dog, same thing, really lengthening, stretching through that spine. So come up high on the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Lift your tailbone towards the sky. Lift. lift, stretching through your entire spine, fingertips pressing into the mat, tailbone is lifting. Good. Left leg, three-legged down dog. Bring that left foot through. Base of a lunge. Good. Take a breath cycle here. Breathe. One more. Good. Ground down. That back heel will gently come on up into our warrior two. Opposite side. Doing your checks. Heels more or less in one line. Left knee stacked above that ankle there. Eye gaze is forward, looking optimistically over that front hand. Breathe. Good. Stay with your breath. Holding strong in your warrior two. Left knee, straighten it. Good. Left hand will reach forward, reach, reach, reach. Left hand comes down. Right arm up for a triangle pose. Feeling that stretch all along that right side body. Good. Breathe. How's your breath? Slow, slow, slow. Coming back into your regular warrior two. Getting a little fancy. Maybe you spin, cartwheel those hands down to the mat here. And you can take that left foot, bring it on back. Good work here in your downward facing dog. Fingertips spread nice and wide. Come up high on the balls of your feet. We're almost to taking a break. We're so close. Bend your knees. Lift your tailbone. Lift your tailbone. Lift, lift, lift. From here, bring your knees down to the mat. Untuck your toes and just push yourself back into a child's pose. Good. Child's pose. Relax. Breathe, letting go. Deep breath. Good. And you can come up into a thunderbolt pose, just sitting here on your heels. Good. Keeping things moving right along. We did a lot of some spine lengthening here in our downward facing dog. Now we're going to help to specifically do a little bit more of that leg stretching. So let's bring our hands out into a regular down dog once more. Good work. Holding in your down dog, pedal it out, move around. And what I'd like for you to do is, I'm simply going to spin around so you can kind of see how this works here, but you want to squeeze those knees together here in your down dog. So regular down dog, but then try to bring those knees together, and they don't have to touch, but just squeezing them together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep squeezing, and then you'll notice after you release that squeeze, you might be able to get your heels a little bit closer to the mat. So squeeze, 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 and then try to bring your heels down to the mat. Now your spine is going to probably round a little bit. That's okay, but your heels might get a little bit closer. Let's try it again. Come up high on the balls of your feet, and then squeeze those knees together, trying to squeeze them together as best as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a big inhale. Exhale, try to release those heels down to the mat. So for me, they're kind of almost touching. There's not a lot of weight in my heels, but still feeling pretty darn good. Let's try it once more. Squeeze those knees together. Squeeze. You got it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Really engage those legs. And then bring those heels on down. Good work. Walking hands to feet, feet to hands for a forward fold. Good. You'll inhale into a half lift. Exhale, fold. Very slowly, chin is the last to rise. Hands will come to heart center. Exhale, roll your shoulders back. Good. Just letting that circulation kind of catch up here. Good work. Now doing our tree pose, just to have a nice standing pose. Work on our balance just a little bit for a little bit more of a full body flow here. So kickstand that left foot on that inner right ankle here. Left leg kind of pulling it back a little bit. Breathe. Good. Opening things up. And setting it down. Excellent. Kick your feet out, move around. We're going to do next side. So right foot, kind of kickstand on the inside of that ankle. Bring that right leg back, opening things up here. Just allowing yourself to kind of play, sway, move around in your tree. Short little balance practice just to kind of give this whole down dog practice a little bit more of a full body feel because, well, down dog is definitely a full body pose. So, and release. Good work. Okay, shake things out, move around, move your arms, your legs, just getting loose. We are going to go through one more down dog and then get down to the mat. We're going to kind of play in our down dog. We're going to stretch our spine and we're going to stretch our legs. So we'll be holding it for a bit. You might want to move your wrists around, shake your arms out, getting loose. Good. Come on in to a forward fold, coming on down, forward fold. Hands and feet, walk into downward facing dog. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Shoulders, those arms dropping straight down from your shoulders in your down dog. So we don't want to be too wide like this. We want to be, arms dropping straight down. Good. Fingertips spread wide. Press your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger really into the mat. And then play. Move around. Twist. Getting loose. A little bit of some play in our down dog. Good. Then bring your heels off the mat. Bend your knees. Lift your tailbone. Lift, lift, lift. Really stretching through that spine. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Now bringing your knees to touch. Try to bring your knees to touch. Then seeing if you can get your heels all the way down to the mat. From here, weight shifts forward into plank, and then just lower all the way down to the mat. Good work. From here, rolling onto your back. Excellent job. Gonna move through just a couple of short poses before we close things out here. I hope it's kind of given you permission a little bit to just play and loosen up in your down dog. Bring both knees on in, and then you can just draw real small circles here. One direction, the other direction. Not really hugging your knees in, but rather just allowing yourself to kind of play, rock side to side, whatever you wish. Then bring your feet up. Hands will grab for your shins, your ankles, your feet. Happy baby. Here in happy baby, wherever you are, whether you're here or here, whatever feels best, you can just kind of rock back and forth, loosening, opening things up. Good. And then bring those feet down on the mat. Excellent. And then allow your knees to touch, feet separate, and then legs will fall out to the left side. Good. Slowly come through neutral. Legs will fall out to the right side. Couple breaths. And feet come on down into your regular Shavasana. Feet fall out, arms fall out here. Good work. And just relax. A few breaths here. Slow inhale in through your nose. Exhale, soft sigh, let it go. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale, sigh. Inhale in. And exhale, sigh. Good. Just relax. Breathe. And as you wish, you can move your wrists around, your ankles around. Good. Then gently pushing yourself up here into a seated position. Thank you so much for coming along this journey. I greatly appreciate it. Hope this class has helped you to find a little more looseness, space here in your down dog, just giving you more permission to play and tap into it more and feel this pose a lot more. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in a class soon. Take care and namaste.